Hello, Joes, and all you Cobras out there. My last G.I. Joe Classified unboxing for now. For now. I'm still, I got a whole bunch of characters on the radar, uh, saved in my Amazon cart, waiting for certain price drops to go on. They tend to have sales on the G.I. Joe Classified figures every so often. I don't know if it's overstock or they want to get rid of old stock or whatever, but they do fairly regularly go on sale. So I've got all the guys they have in stock that I really want. I've got them all saved in my cart, and I'm monitoring them daily to see when those price drops hopefully happen. So I'm on it. I'm on top of it. But for now, this is our last one. But it is a very fun one. We've got two characters and then something else, and we're going to start with the two characters. One of these is guys is one of my favorite characters of all time, and I'm sure it's one of a lot of people's favorite characters of all time because he played very much directly into the origins of the show, and he flip-flopped from each side. So he's been on each side of the battle, and it has very much he's very much tied into Snake Eyes. They had their pasts are very much linked together, and they've had some really good battles over the years. So you probably know who I'm talking about. The character in question is Storm Shadow. Now, this Storm Shadow may not look like the original Storm Shadow you may think about when you think of Storm Shadow. This was a rebranding of his character with a new costume when he did flip to the Joes. The original character was released in 1988. I have him, and he was one of my favorite guys. I played with him a lot. The original Storm Shadow, when he was initially released in 1984, along with that original line, he still looks like kind of wrapped up in robes and stuff, but he's just plain white. He's very basic, plain white robes, a couple of Cobra markings and stuff on him. But this one's a little more dressed up. It's got more detail and more markings on his costume. So I wanted the original one, but I couldn't. I could only find a couple figures out there for him, and they're very expensive. So he must have been a run from way back, and now there's not that many of him out there. And of course, being Storm Shadow, people are going to mark him up because they know people want him, right? Sort of thing. So Storm Shadow, his real name is Thomas Arashikage. I think that's how you say it. He originally trained to become a ninja and enter the military. He was involved in, I think, the Vietnam War and did missions alongside some classic Joes like Stalker and Snake Eyes. And eventually he went to train with his uncle, who I think is the Hard Master. It was his name, or his name in the dojo or whatever. And Snake Eyes eventually went and trained with the Arashikage clan. And eventually the Hard Master was murdered, and it was kind of a mystery. And that some animosity grew between Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. That's kind of what eventually did them in. There was already some animosity building when Snake Eyes came to the Arashikage clan and started surpassing Storm Shadow and a lot of the things they did. So there was some resentment building up, and then the death of Storm Shadow's uncle kind of pushed it over the edge. So that's when Tommy split off, left, because people kind of pinned the murder of the Hard Master on him. And so he fled and joined Cobra because Cobra Commander promised him, "We'll find the killer of your uncle if you just come with me and do all the things I need you to do. And you know what? We'll dedicate some resources to solving your little problem," sort of thing. So that's how. Oh my God, my ear's so itchy. I'm so sorry. Maybe I'm getting another infection. What the fuck, right? But anyways, so a good part of the G.I. Joe series was during the battles and stuff, like Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes would come together and have these awesome ninja battles, right? So, but eventually Storm Shadow kind of saw the error of his ways and then eventually joined the Joes, and that's what we see here is him in his G.I. Joe kind of outfit. So he is a very classic character. He's one of the big characters left that I really wanted to make sure I got. So instead of waiting for his original figure to come up for a reasonable price, which I don't think it ever will, I decided to pull the trigger on this one and get it before it's no longer available and it goes up in price, right? So Storm Shadow, number one. And next up is another Joe, a classic, Alpine. So Albert Pine, his full name, was he grew up in Idaho. Kind of, and the community he was in was surrounded by mountains, so he felt trapped in, and he wanted to overcome this obstacle. So how do you escape a mountainous terrain? Well, you learn how to climb mountains. So he ended up getting into that and loved it. So and of course he joined the military, all that sort of thing, and ended up on the Joe team. So he's like their rock climbing, mountain climbing, that kind of dangerous territory, kind of one of those specialists. Just like Dusty was kind of like a desert specialist, Alpine is the mountain climbing guy, and of course with mountain climbing comes a lot of cold weather terrain, right? So he wasn't really on my radar in terms of my most favorite characters that I wanted to get. I really do enjoy Alpine, but Amazon put a really good price on him, and I was like, oh, okay, well, for that price I'm gonna get me some Alpine. So I never had plans to put him in my collection, but when the opportunity arose, I made it happen, and now I'm glad I have Mr. Alpine. So those are the two characters we got. This is what I'm most excited for. Oh, and Alpine's character came out, his original character came out in 1985, so he was a year after the original run. Next up, you ready for this one? This is a beauty. Just like, you can't see it right now, but just on top of this bookcase, well, maybe you can see part of it. You'll remember from maybe my second G.I. Joe classified unboxing session, I did the only vehicle I have, the G.I. Joe Vamp, like a 4-wheel drive truck with a gun turret on the back. Well, right now, I have Cobra's answer for that, and it is the Cobra Stinger. The Stinger. So this, as you can see, like the wheels, the shape of the truck and everything, it is the identical answer to the Vamp. They are very similar in their body structure and everything. Now, the Cobra Stinger, they call it the night attack vehicle. So you can see it's all painted black. It's very dark. They used it. It was designed primarily for use in warfare after dark. You can't see this thing coming, and then it's got its rack of 4 missiles at the back. Yeah, your day's over before you knew it was even about to be over, right? So, so it's very versatile vehicle as well. It's got a good range. It's got 4-wheel drive, so it can manage all sorts of terrain, and the rockets on the back have a full 360-degree swivel. So the truck is very versatile, very useful. It's got a tow hook with a motor, so it can help bring other machinery out of sticky situations, let's say. So very versatile vehicle. I had this, or I still have this truck, of course, because I don't get rid of any of my good toys. As a kid, I played with this machine so much. Those 4 missiles on the back, I wonder if they even will sit on there properly anymore. They got so worn out from me taking them on, or putting them on, taking them off as I fired them off into the sky to take down Ace's poor Sky Striker, right? So I really enjoyed that. This was, the original one was released in 1984. It was part of that original run. So yeah, I saw this. This was actually a Black Friday or Cyber Monday sale on Amazon. I can't remember which, but they took a big chunk off of this price because it was on my radar, but for the price, I was like, yeah, it's not going to happen. And then I went on to Amazon just to see what was going on for Black Friday, and I was like, oh, fuck. Purchase, right? So I was very happy to add this because, like I said, I have the original toy, and it was one of my favorites. So to kind of get the updated version of it to go along with the Vamp, I think is pretty cool to happen. And of course, it comes with the Cobra Stinger driver as well. So just a generic Cobra Trooper, just like the blue Cobra Trooper. This guy's just a generic guy that is the pilot of this nice piece of machinery. So before we go any further, I'm going to show you right now the pictures of the original toys of these guys from back in the 80s. And then after that, we'll get to the unboxing. So have a look at these beauties. So I put both the original 1984 Storm Shadow and the 1988 updated Storm Shadow in there, just so you could see kind of how he started and where he evolved to when he joined the G.I. Joe team. And also, at the end of this video, after everything concludes, I'm going to put in some pictures of the original figures from the guys in the last video I did, because I totally forgot to put them into that video. So that would be the Cobra Trooper, Torch, and the Evil Twin Brothers, Tomax and Xamot. So I'll put them at the very end of this video so that you can get a look at their original toys as well. So yeah, so anyways, next up, we're going to get these guys out of the box, see what they look like. And of course, we're going to have to do some constructing, some putting on of some parts to make this this beautiful vehicle whole. And I can't wait. Let's do this, yo! Okay, Storm Shadow. Ugh. Oh, damn, maybe I might need my scissors. I didn't think I would. I can do it. I can do it. Yeah, so you can see all the really cool accessories that this version of Storm Shadow had. These kind of claw things that went on his hand, like to scale stuff and whatever. Backpack that had all of his arrows and shit in it. Yeah, here's the little claw things. It just goes on his arms and he kind of can grab stuff. Looks like he's got some extra hands. That one looks like it's for spanking the monkey. Meh. Meh. I know that position quite well. Oh, here's his cool bow and arrow set. Oh, as a kid playing with these toys, I'd always have Storm Shadow fucking sniping people with this thing. Oh, shit. These look like they're karate chopping hands right here. I'm gonna put them right up beside Snake Eyes on my mantle there. They're gonna be right beside each other, kind of at the heads of each of their factions. I'm gonna have him on the Cobra side just because although like Duke and Cobra Commander and stuff lead the various the respective factions, to me it's the ninjas that are the most iconic of them all. There's the swords. Swing swords. There you go. Oh. There he is. God, that was a debacle. Yeah, I can see he's looking pretty sweet. We'll just put him right there for now. Oh. Beep. There we go. Just shuffle his stuff over here. Now we got Alpine. You should have some cool accessories. He came originally with like a grappling hook with string and stuff. You know how they do that sometimes. I'm sure he'll have something similar. He's a beauty. Meh. Okay, so he's got looks like a couple of like ice pick axe kind of things, you know. Double set there. Pretty sweet gun there. A little bit of green and black on it. Another gun. Oh, it does. So that's a grappling hook, and that's black string all wrapped around it. So this will unravel into a grappling hook. I think I'm going to leave it tied up. I'm just going to have him carrying some other stuff. I'm not sure what that is. Huh. And then, of course, his little hat, which I will have him wear when he's on the shelf because it's pretty iconic. You usually don't see him without his little hat on. And then we got something down here as well. Oh, his glasses, yeah. Another part of his iconic look. His little mountain climbing goggles. Oh, you son of a bitch. Ah. Okay, there's his little goggles. So Alpine's got some good accessories. Storm Shadow's got some good accessories. And now we move on to the feature. I mean, Storm Shadow's pretty much a feature, but, you know, when you introduce a vehicle into the mix... Cobra Stinger attack. Give me the gears, woman. Ah! Well, here's the figure. He doesn't really come with much, just a dagger. A dagger. Because mainly he's going to be sitting in that thing, cowering behind the wheel in the face of a superior Joe force. Nah. There, so there's the driver. Just tuck his little dagger into his little side thing there. Meh. Stand up, bro. Okay. This thing is giving me big time trouble. Oh, there's the missile rack. Sure it doesn't want to come out here. I have to literally tear right into this thing. Ah. It's like a C-section for fucking toys. Sure what that was stuck on, but whatever. Okay. Oh, he's supposed to come with a little helmet you can put on him, but unless it's, oh, maybe it's in this thing. Okay. One tool. Doesn't look like there's as much stuff to attach on this one as there was on the Vamp. Okay. There's all the accessories we see in that instruction booklet. Oh, the missiles, baby. So there's the 4 surface-to-air missiles. They're pretty hefty too. It's amazing the scale of these classified series stuff. It doesn't seem that much bigger than the original line, but it really is. Like, I've got more vehicles on my radar, but the vehicles are so expensive. Like, I was just lucky I found this one at a friggin' a good deal, right? And that's why I had to take it, because I know my opportunity to buy vehicles was going to be few and far between. So I want to kind of take advantage of them when I can, right? Oh, God. Brings back memories when I was a kid opening this same kind of shit on Christmas and whatever. Excellent. All right, so there is the body. There's the wheels. Oh, you son of a bitch. There we go. They pack these things well, that's for sure. And I'm glad they do. Oh yeah, there's the guys, there's the driver, all of his stuff. So that's the roof. Oh yeah, he's got all sorts of stuff. He's got a holster for a pistol. Which is right here. He's got another gun. And then he's got a big rifle. A couple of ammo cartridges. Fire extinguisher, which will go on the vehicle somewhere, I'm sure. And then, of course, his helmet. Okay. And then let's find out what the hell's in here. Oh, yeah, okay. There's the back platform where people can stand. So in here is all the fire and explosion effects for it, right? Okay. So, first things first. This thing goes on top right there. This one goes. This one goes on here. Ramming, stabbing bar. Okay. This goes out the back. Go. On top, the shovel. The shovel should go somewhere. Well, let's get this thing up. Oh my God, this is like giving me such flashbacks. Oh, loading up these missiles again. Just this time on a bigger, more detailed vehicle. Let's go here. Oh, that shovel's got to go somewhere. Oh, there it is. Goes like that, yeah. Okay, all the rest are his weapons. Oh, the fire extinguisher. Oh, I see it. It goes in the back window. Right in here. There we go. And of course, the last thing we need to put on are the wheels, baby. Oh, shit. It's all the way in. Okay, wasn't sure. And there she is. Alrighty. Oops. Let me take some pictures of this stuff for some nice close-up detailed action for you, and then we'll wrap this unboxing up. Beautiful. Oh boy, could this be the best one yet? I don't know. It's debatable, but this is certainly an awesome unboxing. Not many characters, but good characters and a vehicle. This is pretty awesome. Storm Shadow, lots of accessories came with them. Lots of, like I said, the painting and the detail, the white, gray, and red combo, and little bits of black just make this guy look so distinct and so sharp and so fresh. It's amazing. Everywhere you look, there's a little splash of color somewhere, a little bit of detail, these little things hanging off his belt that are built into the mold. Like, there's just so much going on with this figure. And I like how you look in his hood and you can see just his eyes kind of peeking out, right? Like, this is just such a cool figure that I was very excited to add to my collection. I was looking for him right from the start, like I said. But that original Storm Shadow was really hard to find. So I'm glad I was finally able to add a Storm Shadow to my collection, whether it was the OG or the rebrand when he switched sides. So now he's on the shelf, right beside Snake Eyes. Awesome. Alpine, lots of cool detail on him too. It was so funny, like when he didn't come with his little hat and his glasses on, it was like, oh, that's what Alpine looks like. And then as soon as I put his glasses and his cap on, it's like, oh my God, that's so Alpine. Like, it just looks just like him, right? And then he's got lots of little details too, like these carabiners hanging from his belt, this little harness for the rock climbing, a bunch of ropes and shit on the back. Even under here, I didn't even notice it until I was looking closer. He's got an Idaho t-shirt. Like everything's like green and black and brown with him. And then you have this t-shirt that's all white with like purple and orange lettering that says Idaho on it, right? So that's a cool little feature. And then he had so many accessories too, lots of guns, lots of rock climbing equipment. Just a very cool character, especially at a discounted price. Like, you can't go wrong. Now, on to, I mean, it's hard to outdo Storm Shadow, but anytime you have a vehicle enter the fray, it's hard not to choose the vehicle as the highlight of your unboxing, right? So this vehicle is awesome. It is so cool. I was so impressed with the Vamp, and this is basically, like I said, this is Cobra's answer to the Vamp. Same mold, basically, with just different things, different paint color, but so awesome. It's, like I said, it's got a tow cable, so here you can pull it out, you can reel it in. It's got these cool little red tow hooks on the front that you can flip up and down, so everything's like usable, right? It's got the little attachments, the motor goes on, there's the shovel, there's the fire extinguisher in the back window. Again, the rockets all swivel, they go up and down. Those fire effects are all for sticking in the back of the rockets like they're taking off, sort of thing. I didn't take them out of their bags because I don't usually use that kind of stuff, so I'll just keep them in there until I have reason to take them out. The wheels are amazing, they go on great, they look real. The little side mirrors are a cool little touch. The headlights look great. They have like the silver headlight with orange underneath. Really cool detailing there. And then of course we get into the cab itself. You saw the pictures in there of the details there. So really easy to get into. And this was the same with the original. You could pop the roof right off to get guys in and out. You can also put down the front windshield if it calls for it. And then the doors are gull wing doors. So that's always cool. Gull wing doors are amazing. Remember the DeLorean and Back to the Future? It was like, oh my God. And then Lamborghinis. They weren't gull wing, they were more sideways up, but any doors that open weird like that are always awesome. So yeah. So then the Cobra Stinger, driver is in there. He sits in there perfectly. Of course, you can put another person in there if you want. The dashboard, all sorts of detailing on there. So this is just a very well put together vehicle in the G.I. Joe Classified series. I'm sure they're all like this. The only thing is I don't have much experience to go on. I've got a fair number of figures now, but like I said, this is only my second vehicle, and it's basically this exact same type of vehicle, just the Cobra version of it. So I would like to eventually get more vehicles. Obviously, they're going to have to be smaller ones like this, or even smaller. But they're so cool that I am actively looking, especially for my favorite ones. But so far, no luck other than the Stinger. But yeah, I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying because I love this shit. I live for this shit. I never grew up. I don't want to grow up. I just want to keep buying this shit and opening it up for the rest of eternity. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. Like I said, this is going to be the last classified unboxing for a little while until if and when I get an opportunity to buy more stuff. So it's probably going to be a little while. But at least we went out with a bang. Literally 4 missiles. Gah! Anyways, have a great week. Meow.